Here we're headed into day 2. I don't have any audio outside, but these are some of the cars that are in the parking lots outside Central and South as you're walking in. So when you're taking the monorail goes most of the strip. There's a bunch of different stops, and it drops you off kind of in between South and Central halls, but you enter through West Hall. So this is an outdoor parking lot. There's a bunch of different cars, builds, booths, some outdoor vendors as well, mostly performance parts. And you could just see some of the car show cars, the nicer builds, all kinds of different stuff. Everything from, this GT4 here to UTVs to trucks to off-road. There's one of the many SEMA signs, large SEMA signs that most people take their pictures next to. And, just lots of people kind of congregating around. This is kind of cool because even though the show is only open from 9 to 5, you can access this between 7 and 9 in the morning. So it's a good way to waste a little bit of time while you're waiting for the show to open. Get to see some of the cars, especially if you're an exhibitor or media and you're going to be tied up for most of the day doing other things, videos, meeting with people, etc. It's a good opportunity for you to see some of the stuff that's outside. Eco Wash Cure, all their tire and wheel products, glass products, PPF line. They're really pushing their PPF this year. I haven't seen any new detailing products. Obviously, they just went redefined on a lot of their line. All their leather products up there. Got their bug and cleaner, odor remover, purify, all of their decontamination products. I didn't realize they made masking tape. All their towels, pads, wheel mitts, and then more PPF. I'll show you guys the rest of their booth. All their coatings, can coats, hot coats, which I didn't hit yesterday. I do have a fair amount of their products for testing, but there's also a bunch that I haven't tested yet. Detail guards. I really do like their Scrub Wall 360. I've enjoyed that. They're coming out with some new colors. They have a pad washer option for it, which is this. It's really cool. New versions of their detail guards. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what a Scrub Wall 360 looks like. Clear bucket. Carmine from Detail Guards here. Going to give us an example of how their products are superior to some of the others.
All right, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to everybody what's been going on in the last 100 years, let's say, of washing a car, grabbing a pail with soap and water, grabbing your mitt or rag, whatever you've been using. You've been dunking it in the pail. You've been washing those panels, dunking that mitt back into the pail to knock off that grit and dirt. But what nobody realized is that because nobody's been able to see what's going on, because all the pails on the market are opaque, by putting the whole setup in a pail that's clear, gravity will automatically take the dirt and drop it to the bottom of the pail. Gravity does that. So once everything is at the bottom, what nobody saw is when you introduce that glove back into the pail, that pressure wave that you create of that mitt going down into the pail will create a pressure wave and knock the dirt back up into the mitt. So what we thought we were doing and cleaning that grit off, we've been reapplying it back on a car. And the proof is this setup, this demo that I put together here. It's got it's got our dirt lock in it on this side, and this is just a generic bucket filter comparable to whatever else you buy on the market, okay? And there's simulated sand at the bottom. So watch what happens when I flick this on, okay? Now, come around here with the camera and you'll see how the vortices that are created here of that sand getting literally sucked right up back into the mitt. Look at the cloudiness of the water on this side versus what's happening here with a dirt lock. Okay? No comparison. The sand is basically still. It's not moving. It's not doing anything, okay? Whereas over there, and that's what's been going on for the last 100 years we've been washing our car. Filter or no filter, we've been reapplying the grit. So by explaining this to everybody, we're educating everybody on what they haven't been doing or what they thought they were doing. And really, it's all because you can't see what's going on.
Right.
So now we created this and we went a step further now. The way the dirt lock works, that's at the bottom, we said we got 360 degrees of real estate here in this pail. Let's make this pail work for us. So the way the dirt lock works at the bottom, we created the scrub wall. That snaps into the dirt lock. Now this here drops back into your bucket. And now the way we harness your hand going up and down, now you're harnessing the pumping action of side to side. We've all taken the mitt and rotated it in our hands to clean the other side, right? Well, now you don't have to rotate it anymore. You can clean this side, scrub the sides of the mitt, and any motion you make will take the dirt, drive it between the panel and the pail, the gap that's in between there, down the side, and trap it into trap zones and underneath the bottom of the screen. You've got the cleanest possible water in the middle. That's what's unique. That's what's different about this product. It's the only product in the world that's been granted a full utility patent worldwide because it's the only product that does what it says it's going to do. Trap the dirt at the bottom of the screen and keep it there. You can see the clear water. You can see the cloudy water. It speaks for itself.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so Rupes has these new pads, and they're a waffle pad, as you can see, but they have this quick attachment system. It's double-sided, so you can put this on your rotary. It's a standard thread, 5/8 thread, right? And you can just go from yellow to white to blue, whatever you need to do. They have all of their pads, the wool, blue, yellow, white, and these don't come off when you pull at an angle. So that was a really important thing to them, is that they didn't want these to be able to fly off when you were doing the car. So you have to pull it straight to make it come off. And then it's got this attachment system and it clicks right in. It's pretty sweet. So this is the Tesla loop, and I talked a little bit about this last year, but basically this is one of the best ways to travel between the different centers at the convention center. So the convention center has multiple halls. They have West Hall, North Hall, Central Hall, South Upper, and South Lower. And the distance between West and South walking is probably about a mile. So it takes quite a bit. There's Sky Bridge. You have to go inside, outside, through security. There's a bunch of different stuff. So there's this loop underneath, or something called the Tesla loop, where basically the Boring Company, which is a company that's owned by Elon Musk, part of Tesla, well, the owner of Tesla, has built tunnels underneath the convention hall. So there is, this is what they call Central Station. And then there are tunnels that go to north, to west, to central, to south. And you can get in any one of these Teslas. It's free, and it will drive you to one of those other locations. So you come down, you tell them where you want to go. They put you in a queue with a couple other people that are going to that same location. You hop in one of these Tesla Model 3, Model X, Model Ys, depending on which one it happens to be, and it's totally free, and they drive you to those locations. They are adding on to this, so they're adding on to travel to Resorts World. They're traveling to the airport coming up, but that doesn't exist yet, and over time you'll be able to go more places in these Teslas. Some are going to be paid, like the trip to Resorts World right now is paid, but like the convention center is completely free, which is actually really cool. So we were using these quite a bit. I was probably in 10 different times going from one place to another. If you're going from south to west, it was actually really convenient. Even at the end of the day, when you want to go back to the monorail station, which is in south, you could just jump in one of these cars in west and it takes you back. Here's a shot from inside one of the cars driving through one of the tunnels. The tunnels have different speed limits depending on time of day and congestion, but usually it's around 30, 35 miles an hour. As you can see, this car's doing 30 that I'm in right now. But there's no traffic here other than the other Teslas, so it's just like a continuous loop where you can go in a circle basically all day. These are prefab concrete tunnels, so they drill the tunnel and then they've got these kind of sections of tubing that are put together to create the tunnels, and There are kind of like slots in them where they connect together, and it's actually a really cool system for how they do it.
Try that and double check so you can feel both ways. See that?
What do you think?
I think I just spent more money.
I know. It needs like an 18-volt battery, similar to like the HLR 75, right in the handle, and it would be perfect.
There was one thing that when I was at the group in Finland, the reason why they went this way, I think the rationale behind it is the weight of the battery.
Yeah.
That it won't be balanced, so you'll be fighting it.
Yeah.
Like most of the machines that you have out there, and that's why. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll figure something out down the road.
Redistribute the
balance it.
Yeah.
But I think that was their first thing. It's like,
I don't know. That's why always we try to, we like to listen to you, to the people, so also they get exactly things that you need, and everything that we do comes from requests like yours. Car control and these things. It's that trigger, and that's what we take into consideration to develop this the control.
The one thing that you can do to help a little bit, because the trigger is naturally variable speed.
Yeah.
So if you do set it in the app to a particular speed, then the trigger is no longer variable speed, and you then don't have to hold it all the way in, so it can help your wrist a little bit in prolonged use.
Yeah.
But I agree, I think the trigger lock would be nice with a double tap or something if possible.
As I said, I did a Volkswagen Beetle, which is a small car, all curved. The 3-inch was ideal for me. The 5-inch worked, but it was just much more comfortable.
Yeah.
You could voice, you can talk while using it, recording while using it, but by the end of it, it's just too much.
And your case is, Adam, your case is very special for one, because everything that we do, mostly they say the Nordic culture in Finland, the Nordics, the health and safety is really very important to us. In fact, everything that is developed, all the tools are born not from the design. When we develop a tool, we always start with the ergonomics and health and safety in mind. And from that's the root. From that
Where the design grows.
is where the design grows.
We talked a little bit about that last year when we were looking at the ShineMate ones. The fact that you don't have screw holes on your rubber head and that there's no nubs or anything like that. It's all about hand fatigue and not having.
That's very important in Europe. That's very important in Finland, in the Finnish culture. Everything that you see, the reason why this line is here and not here and not here is because there is a reason why. The reason why the connection, let's say, is here is because there is a reason why it's there. So everything has a reason.
It's not designed.
No. It's not to make it beautiful and then it comes down. No. It's how it works.
The other way around.
And then this is the result. It's the other way around. The reason is that your hand, you see, you put it here.
Naturally.
It's touching here. It's not. You imagine your fingers are touching here in the middle. This is very uncomfortable. The way it is, the size, the diameter, goes to the average of your hand. The balance, everything has a reason. It's not just to make it look nice.
Yeah.
Because help you to perform better. This is our vision. This is our vision. This is
As I said, I love them. I have the rotary and the DA. I would plan on buying the 1 inch, but
yeah.
with it not having.
Yeah, now what I can tell you is that we have a lot of things working ongoing, so there will be good surprises for sure, and we keep improving. You will see what is coming.
Good surprises for me.
For you, of course. For your condition, so to help you to perform better, you know, and that's the idea. That's what we want to do.
That would be amazing. I think that would take it to elite level. If it's not already there, I think it would take it.
Yeah, it's
over the
it's
top.
continuous improvement.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And it's nice that you guys listen to consumers and retailers and people who use it.
Yeah, that's why we are here with our colleagues of the
Yeah.
USA and R&D. I work also for headquarters in Finland. We are all here for that. Collect this info, we go back home, and we have a lot of things to work on.
After I met you last year, I purchased the 3-inch rotary and the 1-inch.
Yeah.
Is it possible at all to turn down the speed on the rotary below the 1500 RPM that it starts at in any way with future update programming, something along those lines inside
I
the
think
app?
nothing is impossible, but should be a reason why.
Okay.
Why to do this? If there is a real reason why, because it brings you a benefit, it's something that we can put for sure on let's say evaluate it, and if it's feasible, of course, and bring you what you want, what you need, we can do it.
So what I found is, and I love the DA. What I found with the rotary is when I am freshly applying polish. So I've got a waffle pad similar to that. I've got a couple dots of polish on it, and I'm starting off on a panel, especially if that panel has curves. I will sometimes spray polish on adjacent panels. And then I have to wipe them off. Sometimes there's some abrasion that's happening there. So normally when I rotary polish with my 5-inch, for example, I'll start off on the slowest speed, which is 600 RPM or 800 RPM, and then ramp up from there. But because this starts off at 1500, I can't go below that. I notice your 5-inch starts off at like 750. So that one doesn't have that problem. I don't think it's a problem, but is it? I guess I'm wondering is there a reason why it's 1500 to start? Is it maybe a problem with motor thermals over time or torque or something along those lines that's causing it?
No, let's say it's not a problem. It's just an initial characteristic of the tool was developed.
Okay.
So as I say, we always try to, or we always improve. We could keep improving. And again, as I say, if it's something that is a reason, like you have just explained to me, we can of course evaluate that. That maybe things that were not considered at the beginning, it doesn't mean that we will not consider it now. And that's part of that, of the continuous improvement. Maybe this version has some characteristic that that we didn't consider for any reason. But we can study them to implement them in the next version. So that's you see, if it's feasible and there is a real reason why to do it, of course we take it into consideration.
Very cool. Oh, also their masking tape is awesome.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna switch out my lanyard. Here's one of their vacuums right now. Yep.
You look familiar.
Hey, how's it going?
Could you run one of the sanders, please, so I can hear the vacuum?
So the one that you got is this one right here.
So I left it on top.
Right? Yeah, that's the one you have there,
Can't even hear the vacuum. It's a 5-inch, 12 volt.
It's like 6 something, same thing with these. These are like
5mm DA, 1-inch,
with like higher end, I just mean like in terms of working, yeah.
2.5 rotary, 3-inch rotary, 3-inch 12 mil.
Those are millimeters.
Yes.
Oh, okay, go.
Well, this is a 3-inch pad, but it's a rotary.
Okay.
This is a 2.5-inch pad.
Do you want it in inches? I got it.
No, it's fine.
Oh, you got it? All right. Sweet.
This is an 8mm orbit on a 5-inch pad. It's really cool.
Cool. So,
Yeah. Oh, hey, Matt.
There's quite a bit more feedback on it. You don't feel it? There's quite a bit more feedback on it. You don't feel it? So the balance is a little off.
Yeah, we've been running these tools all day with that battery. That 3 amp hour battery lasts a long time.
Yeah.
It really has.
Well, if you have two, you just keep one on the charger. And
If you can kill that battery before the next one charges,
Thank you. That's awesome. So this is the new work light. Has a diffuser on it, removable diffuser. Diffuser can sit on the side of the charger right there. It's got 5 different color modes. So you can switch color, color, color. And then you can also lock it into place like this. I want it to be that color every time. So now it's just an on, off, on, off. There's also a light at the end. Double tap turns that on. Very cool. And then they have this paint gun light, which is really neat. 3 different light levels. I asked them if they could make a polisher mount for it. I think that would be pretty cool. And then the whole rest of the next leg line up. Keychain light. That's cool. Yeah. We found this company that makes cases with custom foam where you can kind of get anything you want to. So they can make a toolkit fit into a box if you've got a mix match of tools. This one's for a drone. They've got one that's just all 10mm sockets, all kinds of interesting things. This is Milwaukee. They literally had every single tool they make on site, and a bunch of vacuums and other things as well. It was really awesome.